Hello, this video is sketchbook propaganda. I'm going to be trying to convince you that you should get a sketchbook, and before you touch any kind of piece of paper or start doing any artwork of any sort, you should be using the sketchbook first. Making notes, drawing little sketches and drawings before you start an artwork. For you sketchbook haters out there, this is for you. I was once one of you, okay? I used to hate drawing in a sketchbook or making notes, and I was just like, why can't I just start doing the artwork? Like, I got the idea in my head. Why can't I just start making the artwork? Why am I doing something in the middle, slowing me down for making the artwork? But mind you, the whole purpose of a sketchbook, for me, in my head, is to write down the ideas that come out of your head, to expand on them, and then to have a record of that exploration. That, to me, is the entire purpose of a sketchbook, okay? So, if you are not doing this, you are sorely missing out, because you will not have a record of what the heck you was thinking about in the moment, right? So, to further convince you, because words may not do it, you know, our teacher's been telling our students to draw in sketchbook for years, and just, they won't cooperate sometimes, okay? Words ain't gonna be enough. So, to try to convince you, I'm gonna be showing you 4 of my sketchbooks to show you why it is important to sketch. And I'm gonna be walking you through my thought process and hopefully trying to convince you that you should start doing this and inspiring you to start as well. Okay, so we're gonna take it back to like, what, sophomore year of college for me, right? Okay, so this is my sophomore year of college. I can also see the progression of my attitude and who I am as a person through these sketchbooks as well, because I was putting everything into these junks. Anyway, let's get into it without further ado. It's a bit dirty. I had like a little graphite sheet that I was using to transfer drawings and stuff like that. So I can see these thumbnail drawings that I have from my painting class, and then a larger drawing of it, so I can tell like my process for how I started making those little paintings I had. So basically we had to make thumbnail drawings of the same scene to see how it looked from different angles, different heights and stuff like that, to find out what the best angle was in our opinion, like what we liked the best, and then to draw that. And then we also had to sketch it so that we can have an idea of what was in the still life of what we were drawing. So we already knew how to draw the shapes and stuff like that, and we're familiar with what was in the still life first, and then we would sketch on the actual canvas itself and make the painting. Same thing here, right? There's not much flair to these. It's very blasé in my opinion. My sketchbooks have gotten a lot more lively. I can also tell that I made like a grid type situation, and that helped me out in drawing. By the way, this is all information that I completely forgot I did in the first place. This is exploration and progression that I would have lost if I didn't have this, right? So the whole method, I know what assignment I did because I wrote it down. So if I ever go back and look at some of my work, or like, what was that about, or what was the name of it, or what was I doing, or what inspired me, I have all of that. I also have little watercolor sketches and stuff like that. I think that's when I was starting to realize that I was missing using watercolor. This, I think, was from my abstract painting and drawing class, and now I have all the color swatches that I did for that. I have the basic code to recreate or to further work on that artwork that I've done. So that's this one. Pretty simple, not much going on, very bare bones, just like a you forced me to do a sketchbook, so I did it type situation. Now, here's where we're gonna see some further progression. You can see just by the front of the sketchbook that I was starting to get a different mindset, right? I was getting bolder. I was starting to do more with the sketchbook. There's a drawing on the back too. This is some stuff I was experimenting with. I like doing this. Matter of fact, I wanna go back to doing these kind of drawings of people and see how far I can take it, right? Also, I have little notes that says embrace boredom, which lets me know that I was struggling to let my mind be bored so that I could create things. I also have a drawing here. I don't know if I was feeling this way. I was just exploring emotion, but I know that in the past I really have enjoyed, like I'm starting to really enjoy drawing emotion on people's faces, and that might have been the start of that exploration. I also see these drawings here. I told y'all in a previous video that I love drawing some freaking eyes. Here's your proof, right? I drew different eyes with different mediums, and this is where I started exploring with ballpoint pen, I do believe. Or maybe not, I don't know. But I have other stuff. I have proof of what I had read for class during that time, and I can go back to it, and I can even go back and see my thoughts about what I was writing. I can see the image I had of my head of somebody in the book I was reading for class. I have the sketch for one of my artworks that I did for that class, right? We're not gonna go too far into detail about that. That was a book about, like, it was like a Afrofuturism book that I kind of enjoy. It's called Gimli's Song. You just read it for yourself if you really want to know. Also, I see this right here. That was so freaking fire. Like, I don't even know how I did that. Like, that makes me, seeing this makes me want to go back and try to do some more drawings like this, because this looks like some concept art for like a fire freaking anime or game or something. Also, there's notes here about what I was thinking about the book and what caused me to make this image as well. We got a little study of a woman, thick woman. Okay, because I was starting to branch out some. This is another project. I have all the color swatches for that project, all, like, everything, my thoughts, what I was going for. And then I also have the finished product, another piece, I don't know where that's at, I'll have to find it. A study where I started trying to do more realistic faces and stuff like that, and was succeeding because that looks pretty good. I also have some inspiration here that I could use for later. Like, look at this color, look at these colors. Like, this makes me want to go back and try like this color palette again. Anyway, that's that sketchbook. You see me starting to venture out, getting a little bit adventurous, getting a little bit bold. I tried to turn this lady into a black woman because I was like, if she gonna just like commandeer the front of my book, I might as well make her who I want her to be. But, you know, here's another thing I want to show y'all. This is kind of an info dump of just things. I put like a concept in the middle, which is art ideas and more. And I just wrote a bunch of like everything that came to mind. This really helps me too when I'm like kind of stumped and I don't know what to do anymore. This right here is a saving grace. Just write everything that pops in your head on a piece of paper. This is also something I'm very proud of. I was starting to explore some more stuff, like, you know, like, so that's that sketchbook. Now here's the finale of sorts. This thing is thick, and I think it's one of the first sketchbooks that I almost completely finished. Like, this is how many pages, no, that's even less. This is how many pages I had left in the sketchbook. I'm so proud of this because like, it took me, I have so many unfinished sketchbooks, and to have one that's actually like full, it's such a big accomplishment. This is the front of it. You see my expression coming through now. Also, it's well loved. This is school notes and stuff that I attached to the front. I really made this sketchbook my own. Also, this thing is in shambles. It's on life support. I decided to rip out some pages. Never do that with a bound sketchbook, by the way. It'll just fall apart at the seams like mine did. I had to rip out pages for an assignment because I was like, okay, so you need my sketches, but like I have a sketchbook and you want me to do in a sketchbook. Anyways, annoying stuff. Random sketch of a random woman that I made. A bunch of notes about a museum visit I went to, like a museum I went to, and what I thought about it and what I found there, so I could come back to this and see my thought process and possibly get some more like ideas of what to do. Here's some notes for class. So I literally I have all of my ceramic notes in here. So anytime that I might want to get started back with ceramics and there's anything that I'm confused about, I can come back here, and I got literally like the whole summary of my entire school year in this book, which is crazy. And I was very thorough on the notes. Here's some more sketches for a project I did. That's one ceramic vase that I took inspiration from, and here's another one that I took inspiration from. This is a sketch of what I wanted it to look like. Also, here's some more explanation of what I wanted, like face. I wanted a face to add on the side of it, and the extra notes that I had. And this one I actually have right here. This is the piece that I actually ended up making, and so I know my thought process to get here. I know what I was thinking about. Now granted, every little exploration that I made in this piece is not written on paper. However, I have basically the notes or the brainstorm to get back to that mindset if I ever want to create that again or try something like that again. We also have some more artwork that I did for some of my ceramics work. I have the frames for a gift that I made for class, and I know how to recreate it and stuff like that. And then also I have the actual literal drawings of those frames as well. So yeah, so that's that. I also have another sketch for what I intended for a piece, and then I have the piece here. This freaking abomination ended up nothing like what I was thinking about. However, I got the whole lead up to this. I got the entire brainstorm. I got the blueprint that I can go back to, and I can also branch out on these ideas more and possibly create even a better product than I had in the first place. Also, it's just, you know, had to show off. There's these cute little girls I drew, like, and they all have different personalities. And I did like a GIF with them as well, like a little video of them. I'm just so proud of them. But I have the notes for that too. I have their initial sketches and everything. It's just like, this is unbeatable. This is also my notes for those gouache pieces that I made of all those colorful women. I keep coming back to this anytime I'm drawing those women or continuing on those pieces. I have every step of the process of what I was thinking here, which means that when it comes time for me to start working on this again, I can come back to this page, read my notes, and figure out where I had left off and go right back there and start creating those pieces again. This one kind of looks like engineering a bit. This is my exploration with patterns that I started doing for my alternative media class. Then I have this fire drawing right here made out of stamps and stuff like that, so I know like how I achieved that and what I was thinking about there. All of this is just my thoughts written out, my heart and soul written out on these pages and stuff like that. I even have like notes to myself about like keep going, don't stop, and all that stuff, so I know like even where my mental health was during the time. Like who am I? I am my own person. Like, you know, it's just, I feel like you cannot beat this ability to go back and see who you are. It's like looking into your soul, but also it's looking back into your ideas, and it allows your creativity to continue and just bloom, and you can build on these ideas that you've had already. But you know, these are my sketchbooks. They're my pride and joy. I wouldn't trade them for anything. They are valuable to me, and I will not be giving them up or throwing them away anytime soon. They are like the key to my soul and to my thoughts now. And I'm not saying that I need them to be creative, but this is me being creative in the book. All it is me being creative and then putting that creativity somewhere where I could trace it and being able to see how I got to those creative ideas. That's all it is. It's just a record, you know. And as you can see, mine are all over the place. They're not cutesy, they're not aesthetic, they're not demure. None of them are like the aesthetic sketchbooks that you'll see on TikTok and stuff like that. Like, it's purely what I felt in the moment and what I was thinking about. And though they're not the prettiest, I think that they're very beautiful to me. Okay, like I need them to just ground myself in who I am, to show the progress I've made, and to just be there for me when I'm stumped, you know. So anyways, that concludes this sketchbook propaganda. I hope I convinced you, and I hope the video wasn't too long that I lost you along the way, but you get the point. Okay, you get the point. I don't think I articulated it as well as I wanted to, but the point was clear. Get you a sketchbook. Just try it out. Just humor me, okay? It don't even have to be large. It could be a 4x4 sketchbook, okay? It could be this small. And as long as you start writing in it and just your ideas and whatever comes to mind, you gonna be straight, okay? You gonna be good. All right, so I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching. I hope I inspired you to get one. Anyway, hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching, guys. See you later. Bye.